How are you? Give me a second, guys. Looking for my cat. It is Sunday, 1 o'clock. Just a little bit after 1 o'clock. Like a minute or so. And we're live. It is also December 15th, right? (2024), of course, obviously. Bring up my desktop, easier to read your comments, if we have any comments. You never know. So there's no code live streaming today. I'll probably explain this more than once. I think I'll do it again. I'll do it this evening, though. The evening live stream. I had a really lovely live stream this morning. Normally I try to shoot for, on the 5 a.m. live stream, half an hour. Man, if I could skate by, even less. Excuse me, guys. Because I want to get out and take my walk. And I want to get in and have my breakfast. By the time I have my breakfast, about 6:30, 7 o'clock, I've already been up for 4.5 hours, 5 hours. I've already done joint mobility and yoga and some qigong wall squats and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that breakfast. And then digesting and getting my workout in. But today it was about an hour live stream. Well worth it. And it just made me realize a couple things. How much I enjoy those 5 a.m. live streams. And hey, Tandra. Tandra, how are you? And it seems to draw people in who are very sincere on searching for something, looking for something, healing. For me, anyone that we would like label as a spiritual seeker is really just someone who's looking to heal. They've been beaten up a bit by life. They've been kicked when they've been down. And now finally they're turning in the right direction, meaning they're turning within and they're turning towards God. You can take God as synonymous for love, for wholeness, for healing. Does not have to be the traditional meaning of God, if that doesn't sit well with you. So yeah, it made me realize how much I actually miss that in my regular live streams. That when I do the code live streaming too often, I lose track of the, hey Murray, I lose track of the conversation a bit, and I lose my thread of why I have a channel to begin with. Connect with people, heal myself as well as others. We can only heal ourselves. It's an inner path, but we're joined on that inner path. I can't heal and then be confronted by someone, or I can't think that I'm healing and then be confronted by someone and have everything go to pieces, as that's not true healing. Let's see who else we have. Hey, Brandy. That's the guy from Fortnite. I've never seen Fortnite before. Hey, Connor. Connor says really hi. Connor for gaming. Marie says, how's your day going? It's going pretty good, actually. Not to mention, Tandra says, I enjoy your live streams. Thank you, Tandra. I appreciate that. With that split focus of co-streaming sometimes, I don't get a chance to connect with everyone in the chat as much as I used to. And to me, that's what it's all about, is making that connection and talking to people. You know, what is it you want? What is it that you are trying to accomplish in your life? And by accomplish, I don't necessarily mean build. For me, my accomplishment was the opposite of build, that I needed to tear some stuff down, interior speaking. I had to reduce that ego pool. Even after 30 plus years of being on a spiritual path, you build that identity of, I'm on a spiritual path. I meditate. I teach meditate. I do this. I do that. I am special because I think I'm special. I'm special because I think I'm special. Tanya says, I understand what you mean. So yeah, it felt like it was time to reconnect with my roots. And just, offer the things that I love offering. Basically, it all comes down to being kind. Everything. We can reduce the spiritual path to, I want to be kind. No matter what is presented to me, I choose to be kind, which isn't always easy, and we don't always do it. Who was it? Was it Kat who said yesterday that I must have a very patient, I must be a very patient person in my life, which is a great compliment. And it's not necessarily true. I am, because I practice patience, which means when I'm not patient, it's a reminder to practice patience. So it appears that I'm quite frequently patient. It appears that I'm quite patient, or I'm quite frequently forgiving. It appears that I'm almost always kind. However, that's because I'm practicing. That's because there are moments when I don't feel like forgiving. There are moments when I'm filled with my own self-importance. There are moments when I find there's an inclination towards not being kind, towards being petty. And because I've been practicing for so long, I get to catch myself in those situations and smile and reverse it, or before it even manifests. That's the virtue of a life of practice, and it's the opposite of self-improvement. We live in a self-improvement based society. But what is it that's being improved? We don't need a better ego. Ego's doing fine completely on its own. When we see through the ego, don't fight it, don't even try to diminish it, just see through it. Then the true self that is spirit itself, which is our consciousness, our God connection, universal, that shines through, and that is all powerful. So the greatest secret, the greatest manifestation technique of all isn't to visualize, isn't to use your emotions to step into the feeling of that which we wish to meditate or manifest is already present. Those are important and they work. You can manifest some great things in your life, but the greatest manifestation technique is to step into your own reality of being connected with God and everyone else. That there's just this. There is just consciousness. There is just love. Because then you surrender. The universe has your back. The universe conspires to help you manifest your dreams. So everything works by, this is what Deepak Chopra calls synchrodestiny. The synchronicities, the meaningful coincidences of our life, lead us to the right place at the right time and the right people. If you want watch hours, plant that intention. In yoga, it's called a sankalpa, intent. Plant it in the infinite field of possibility, which you achieve through, it's not even achievement, you realize through silence. So maybe before you go to sleep, you plant that seed of intention. Brief moment of visualizing that which you wish to accomplish. and then surrender it to the universe and allow those meaningful coincidences to take shape. When I decided that I wanted to have a monetized channel and earn an income, pay my bills through the means of having an extended conversation with you guys, I planted the that sankalpa, and the right people showed up to help me. The right people showed up and took up my cause. They watched me day and night. Jay says, is the link not working, Yogi? Why did you do a split screen? Why did I do a split screen? Why did I do a split screen, or why didn't I? I put it off for this evening. I mentioned at the beginning of the conversation, I had a really, really, really lovely live stream this morning. And thank you, Squirrel Sniper, and Tandra and Jace, and everyone for being there. And I realized how much I missed just reading chat, you know, just diving in with you guys and talking about the stuff that I love to talk about. And then this evening, I'll put up the code live stream again for people to stop in. But yeah, every once in a while, probably once I live stream so often that maybe the co-stream just once a day. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see how it goes. But man, I missed just this. You know what I mean? Talking about solely the things, the reason why. Jace, I'll be live again this evening. Jace says I waited 4 days to come on live. But this way, I get to talk with you and we get to hear all about the experience. Stepping up with Jesse. Toe to toe, two pillars in the fitness community, pulling for each other. It was awesome to see. Sniper says, great start of the day. It was a great start of the day. I absolutely loved it. We had new people come in and offer their take on things. Now, if everyone, Jay says, it's not all about you, Eric. That right-hand side of the screen belongs to Scotland. So, you know what? You're absolutely right, Jason, and I feel bad about that. So I'm going to offer a sincere apology to our friend Nightmare for not having that split screen up. So Nightmare, if you're lurking, I apologize. That right side does belong to Scotland. Speaking of Scotland, do you guys follow Lee Hazard, Strong and Condition? He was one of the people that actually encouraged me to start my channel and to do burpees. He was there at the beginning. Doesn't do a whole lot of burpees now, but he's in the gym. He's in Scotland. He's in Glasgow, by the way. Sniper says, I need my 5-minute timer for cooking 30-minute fish. That was funny. You guys are hilarious. Now I wish that I had done the split screen so that I could be getting this firsthand. However, if I had done it, then we wouldn't be having this conversation and you guys wouldn't be making me laugh. Jay says, it's okay. I just had my personal fix of Stu. He's a great lad. Hey, Oricum says, hi again, my friend. Hello, how are you? Thanks for coming back. Sniper says, Glasgow, real Scotland. I hear good things about Edinburgh. So Jace, what was the total reps for today? Poor man says, shoulder still tender, sucks, can't do much. I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, poor man, what about doing some rucking? So says, thank you, Jace, my brother. Jace says, it's a burger. It's a burger, Eric. Come on now. Hey, Michael. Michael says, say, Yogi. Sepper says, where's that then, Eric? Edinburgh? Stuart says, say, Michael, my brother. Let's see here. Oricon says, what's your favorite asana? Vrksasana. Tree pose. There's others as well, but here's what I like about tree pose. It's basic, it's simple, but I have to be rooted. I have to extend my roots into the ground. And at the same time, I have to trust that as I reach into the sky, that everything will support me. The ground, the air, my reach, everything will support me. It's probably the most meaningful pose for me. I love Sukhasana, easy pose, the first yoga pose I do every morning as I sit in meditation. And it is my trigger pose. I sit cross-legged, easy pose, and I know it's time for me to open and meditate. Jay says, I have no idea, bro. I just kept going. Next time we're doing one of my harder sessions or the Holy Grail. Nice. I mentioned in the chat how amazing it is to see how smoothly Jesse moves at his size. Very agile, very fluid. Jason says, Dan and Michael. Hey, Muscla. Muscla, how are you? Muscla was hanging out this morning too. Thank you. Woman says, found the muscle. It's running between the right shoulder blade and middle of the back. Hey, how does it feel when you do pull-ups? Is it only when you're doing push-ups? Only when you press? Stuart says, the only time I was hoping you do a split screen, I was going to show you some shopping. Hey, Riley. I'll be doing it this evening for sure. Jay says, poor man, don't say that tight tingle. Halfway down the shoulder blade. Mossclaw says, I'm good now. How are you? Good, Mossclaw. How's your day been? You were just waking up when we saw you this morning. Michael says, apologies on being late. I was hauling a Christmas tree down to my grandparents. Nice. You got your shopping done, Michael? Pull-ups and push-ups causing discomfort. What about chin-ups? Sometimes just that simple, the supination of the grip can take some of the pressure off. Hey, Nadim. Nadim says, so Eric, how are you? I do remember you. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. Better question is, how are you doing? Jay says, poor man, you have trouble, bro. I can't shift it. Been a few months. Certain movements twinges it. Still trying to fix it. Still trying to find the fix. Have you tried a lacrosse ball? You might need to get some body work done. Actually see either a masseuse or a chiropractor if you're able to. Michael says, not quite yet. My mom has 6 sisters. I got to buy something for her. Big families. I shop for Mocha. Mocha normally picks up something for me for my stepdaughter, unless I think of something. Sniper says, greetings, Nadim. Nadim says, I'm doing well. That's awesome, Nadim. On vacation. Azerbaijan? Azerbaijan? How close did I get that right? Hey, Miss Flipper. Poor man says, Jace, it's an annoying reoccurrence. Only thing helps is inactivity and using baseball. Cairo helps too. Moscow says, my day has been good. It started snowing, so that made me really happy. Nice. Jace has tried balls and even had massage. Not got it yet. Huh. Sniper says, of course, Nadim, we missed you in the chat. Absolutely. Jace waves at Miss Flipper, Moscow, and Nadim. Michael says, yes, yep, and my mom's Christmas present was a new washing machine and a new vacuum, both things she needed. Yeah, I remember you saying the other day that, was it yesterday, that you were putting, getting the washing machine in place? Denise says, to Squirrel, thanks a lot for missing me. Jace will be right back. Yep, I went ahead and fixed it, Michael. Nadim says, Squirrel, how are you? Hope everything's all right. Forgive the typos. As mentioned before, Michael, I speak in typos. Azerbaijan. Thank you, Sniper. So I was mentioning above the beginning of the conversation that just having that really lovely live stream this morning sort of solidified for me how much I miss just focusing on the conversation, talking about whatever comes up, but at the same time doing my best to put that positive message, to talk yoga, to talk intent, sankalpa, and how we can pull together to bring about the changes we wish in our lives and our families, in our country, in the world. The amazing thing is we can only do it together, but we can only do it together when we do it with ourselves. Riley says, my ribs hurt. What's up with that, Riley? Michael says, thankfully, Lowe's delivered and brought it in the house. All that had to be done was unboxing and hooking it up. Nice. Sniper says, Nadim, very well. Thanks for asking. Few troubles with my van, but all fixed and raring to go. So I hope it wasn't too expensive, Sniper. Moscow says, I posted my 100 subscribers. Celebration painting on my community. Well, let's go visit. Nadim says, excuse my English, please. Not a problem. I will excuse your English if you excuse my English. And I don't have an excuse. I'm a native English speaker. All right. We got a fox. We got a cat. We got, what kind of fish is that? And paw prints. He's mine, 100 subscribers, celebration painting. Thank you so much for watching my content. Give me a second, guys. Let's leave a comment. Make sure you visit Moscow, please. Moscow gives me great hope for the future. Well, Riley says, I'm in karate. Someone punched me in the ribs. Yeah, that's gotta hurt. I started out as a kid doing Shotokan karate, moved to Taekwondo, took a break, went back to Taekwondo and kickboxing, then moved into Kempo karate, into judo, into some Thai boxing, a few other things here and there, little side trips. Let's see. Michael says, just sub to Moskva. Awesome. Which brings Moskva to 103 subscribers. Orakan says, what's your morning routine? My entire or just my yoga asana routine? My entire morning routine is I am up at about 2:15, 2:20 in the morning, and I do take care of bathroom needs. Obviously, I'm 59 years old. Some matters are more pressing than others. And then I do my breath work. I do breath of fire, 3 rounds, 20 breaths. Really doing skull shining, because I do breath retention. The difference between skull shining and breath of fire is with breath retention. Then I meditate, minimum 20 minutes, maximum 40 minutes. Usually I average about half an hour. Then I do my yoga asana, which right now is based more along a flow. I'm only holding each posture, each asana, for about 5 breaths before flowing into the next one. And I concentrate mainly on a standing yoga routine. And then I do just a short seated lying routine. And then when I'm done, I make a cup of coffee, instant coffee in my yellow mug, and I sit and I write for an hour or so. Then I do a live stream. Then I get out in nature. So my standing routine is about 20 minutes, and my seated lying routine is about 10 minutes. Michael says, hey, Yogi, I had a short go over 1K views last night. Nice. You dialed in the algorithms. Did you do anything different? Or did it just happen to catch the imagination? I never know when one of mine's going to hit and one doesn't. I have had things that I thought were going to blow up. I had a pooping cormorant. Who wouldn't want to watch a pooping cormorant? I had a hawk sitting on a fence who, for some reason, animals kept pooping in my direction. I had a hawk sitting on a fence, look me right in the eye, turn around and purposely poop in my direction. And I got it all on film. And I don't know, maybe I got 400 or so. And then I've had other things, like just a deer walking across the road, and I had one of a crow wading through a creek, which I love because I love crows and I love moving water, any kind of water actually. And I got like 6,000. Just never know. Seppa says, we do not care for our souls to prove that we are the elect. We care for the souls because we are the elect. Nathan 2024. I mentioned before, I've really got to have a talk with this Nathan guy. He seems on point, you know? Seems very wise. He needs to hang out here more often, Sniper. If you can get in touch with him, send him on over this way. Tundra says, hey to Michael. Michael says, say back. As a Sniper. Orakan says, you wake up earlier than most monks. How many hours do you sleep? I sleep about 6 hours. Sometimes 5.5. If I'm hanging out with Stuart the Fish Whisperer, sometimes it might end up being 4 hours of sleep. Riley says, I'm trying to buy a membership, but it's not letting me. I wonder what's up with that. Next month, I get to gift 10 more memberships, so who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky. It might be luck. Maybe it's someone's bad luck to be a member. Tandra's laughing. All last spring and summer, for whatever reason. And Mocha was there, and she's like, "Why are these animals pooping in your direction?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I'm trying not to take it personally." Michael says, "Oh, I just posted images on the shipping container investigation." Well, we just never know. I think the most I've ever gotten on a shirt was like 6,000. But there's always that possibility that whatever you put up, for whatever reason, might capture the collective imagination, and who knows, might put us on the map, you know? Simpa says, next time he's in the chat, I'll try to remember. I hope I didn't upset you, Sniper. I don't want you to think that I like Nathan more than I like you. You are both okay in my book. You might say that I like you both equally so. Semper says, remind me, Michael, if you can. Riley says it's not letting me donate either. Huh. It should not be an issue. Maybe it's just not your time, Riley. I appreciate the thought. Michael says, will do. Speaking of donations, if anyone is in the US on Vertical and they want to try out a new, this will be universal, I think by February or March. But right now I'm one of the fortunate few who gets to do a test drive. And it is the Joules, similar to what's found on TikTok, I'm told. I've never actually been on TikTok, so I don't know. And you buy Joules, and then you get to drop them. And they're pretty awesome. Eric Lapointe has done it. Mocha has done it. And you'll get to see what, one, you get to see the new feature that's going to be available to everyone. And two, it helps me out considerably. Because as a test driver, I'm supposed to talk about it all the time, and I don't. I always forget. I also feel awkward, to be honest with you, asking people to do that. Or to hit the super chat. Some people are really good at it. And they get it, deservedly so. And I'm always happy. I'm always happy to do that for other people. Riley says, I have 400 on PayPal. Well, you should do something special with that. Is there anything that you really want, Riley? That you've been, like putting off getting? Semper says he had a few good quotes that fully resonates with my path. Oricon says, it works for me. It does. Thank you, my friend. So kind of you. Very much appreciated. Everything adds up. In the US, according to my phone screen, that is $2.11. And you know what? $2.11 buys me a bag of lentils, which will feed me for a month. That's a pretty good deal. Not that I just eat lentils, of course. I probably could, if I absolutely had to. I could probably just eat oatmeal, lentils. I eat a lot of fruit. I eat a lot of vegetables, though. Motzclaw says, woo, money. Absolutely. I've had some good talks with Sniper about money being being a currency, an exchange of energy that uh, you put out good stuff, good thoughts, you vibrate at the same level, and it comes back to you. Or it says, it will get you chickpeas that you love also. It will get me chickpeas. Absolutely. I do love chickpeas. The only difference is I generally don't want to do chickpeas in a can, and I'm just lazy enough to not want to soak chickpeas overnight and then cook them in my slow cooker. Lentils, I cook lentils and rice and diced up red potato. I put in some turmeric, some black pepper. Black pepper activates turmeric, by the way. If you're looking to reduce inflammation, turmeric with black pepper, awesome for it. Put it into my Ninja slow cooker. No, my Instapot slow cooker. 23 minutes. Oh, and brown rice. Did I mention that? 23 minutes, and my biggest meal of the day is ready. Riley says, we're trying to donate to you. Well, that would be too much, my friend. You should... Hey, it's Christmas time, Riley. You could take your family out to dinner. Moss Claus says, money is like a gift card that works everywhere. It does. Let's see, yours says, you know how to make falafel or hummus? I've never made falafel. I do like it. I have made hummus. And my homemade hummus was okay. Let's see. Miss Flipper says, Italians make nice short pasta with chickpea soup with rosemary. That sounds good. Every once in a great while, I don't eat a lot of processed foods. Actually, the vast majority of the time I eat zero processed food. But there's a couple companies that make chickpea pasta, which is really, really good. They make lentil pasta. Even cooked, it's a little dry. But chickpea pasta is really good. They also make black bean pasta. Hey, Riley. Another thing to consider. Anyone who spends time here, anyone who leaves a comment in the chat, anyone who hits the like button is giving me a great gift of their time and their energy and their attention. And I don't take that for granted. So thank you. Excuse me. Michael says, Ugh, I lost 3 subscribers this week. I was at 443, down to 440. I'm thinking about starting another channel. Not sure yet. Sometimes people suspend their channels, Michael. So it's not like Moskva's leaving now. Take care, my Moskva. Congratulations on 103 subs. So yeah, sometimes it's not that you're losing a subscriber, that they might have suspended their account for whatever reason. Or maybe YouTube flagged them for something. What would you do on another channel? Huracan says, I've had chestnut pasta before. It was delicious and easy to digest. That sounds good. Oscar says, yay, 103. Well deserved, my friend. Not only do you have a great channel, Moskva, but you are a great person. I mentioned earlier in the chat, you give me great hope for the future of the up-and-coming generations. Miss Pippa says, homemade fresh chestnut pasta is yum. I need to try that now. And Sampus says, Michael, what of your 440 subscribers, if you do decide? Good question. It's funny, I'm looking at the numbers in the chat. A second ago, it was 5. 5 people in the chat. Early on, in the first 5 minutes, we had 28 people show up. And I started talking, and it immediately dropped down to 5. And we're back down to 5. Michael says, I'll still keep this channel and post on it too. What do you guys think of Rumble? I know Stuart likes Rumble. Our friend Optimob is there. UK Medic is there. Michael says, we're thinking of talking about paranormal topics and using a AI generated to tell the story. But I'll keep the channel and post on it too. Well, hopefully your 440 plus would follow you over to another channel, or at least the majority of them would. Or it says when you talk about deeper topics, that's people are interested. I find that that is probably true, Oricon. But those who talk about it, you guys, that makes it all worthwhile. Hey, Extreme Fitness Junkies, how are you, my friend? I saw you over at Jace's earlier this morning, or earlier in the day. Michael says, images to help tell the story. Got a happy Sunday they are. Oricon says, if you were simply twerking, more people would watch. I think if I was simply twerking, the 5 that were here would immediately leave as well. Miss Flipper is laughing. I think Miss Flipper would immediately unsubscribe. Now, if I was twerking and I called it a moving asana, pardon the pun, moving asana, then who knows? I might start an entirely new yoga movement. When I actually said twerking and I said yoga asana, at first I was like, well, wait a minute. Do I say pardon the pun? Because I wasn't sure I was making a pun at first until I heard it out loud. Let's see. Extreme Fitness says, I was just on with Jason Goga. Yep, I was there hanging out with Jason for a while. And I have Goga up. I got Tandra up and playing. We are 3 hours, 31 minutes, and 49 seconds into a 6 hour, 39, 25 second video. It's a happy weekend all. And I got Goga up too. Gotta support my friend Goga. Oricon says you can invent twerking burpees. That is a good suggestion. However, I don't think my body would allow me to twerk. I would probably immediately throw my back out. Miss Pippa says moving ass and Let's see. Fitness says, Agre is a good man. I am not super familiar with him. I am subscribed to him. But yeah, this interview is like the most in-depth. I love all of his guests. And I had the good fortune to be his last guest in the month of October. Sniper says, call twerking the new burpee. Hey Moon, Moon over Miami is here. How are you, my friend? I apologize, I missed your live stream this morning, or this weekend. I know you had one Saturday. Sniper says, keep exactly the same, just change the title. Just a yogi twerking in a basement. I would actually do that as a joke, except what I think you got to wait 2 weeks until you can change it back. Miss Flipper says hi to Moon. Extreme Fitness says Agre is a content creator who was able to get 100K subscribers in 1 day. Holy cow. Holy cow indeed. I am lucky to get 3 in a week. Speaking of which, where are we as far as subscribers? 157. Well done. Just giving a quick scan through on your channel. Yeah, that is amazing. Michael says it's just a thought, or I may post this video on my channel. Extreme Fitness says not doing too well. I keep kicking, brother. Well, let's do something. I don't know what yet, but let's do something. Hey, Extreme Fitness, come on over, and when I'm doing the code live streaming, come on over and hang out, and let's talk, and let's bounce some ideas around. You, me, everyone in the chat. How can we grow Extreme Fitness Junkies channel? Because it needs to grow. You got a great message. You're not just an extreme fitness junkie. It's not just extreme fitness. You got so much useful content for so many people. Nutrition, emotional health, physical health. Sniper says Fortnite fun, Eric. Or everyone would unsubscribe. It would be like a threat. What if he actually does twerk? We can't take that chance. We can't take the chance that there might be some 59-year-old twerking going on. I don't blame him. Extreme Fitness says, thanks, man. I would like to connect. Yes. Hey, and speaking of connect, is there anyone here not subscribed to our friend Extreme Fitness? And when you see him post a video, go live, could you share it out? Help him reach some more people? Because everything else is there. The content, the message, to me, it's all about message. Now, I could be wrong about that. Maybe it's because I don't have the most professional channel. I don't edit anything, zero editing. I got people comment on my nature shorts, why is it so shaky? That's probably the most used comment on all my nature shorts. Why is it so shaky? And my answer is always the same, because I'm out there with a little handheld camera. I'm running, I'm fast walking, I'm getting a workout in at the same time I'm out there, and I'm stopping. I might be balancing on a log or a rock to get this shot. It might be windy, might be cold out, might be hot, and I'm sweating. It's real life stuff. I don't have a tripod, don't want a tripod. I just want to capture what I see when I'm out running or walking. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the comments. Any comment's a good comment. But for me, it's about my message. And the content reflects the message. I hope. But with you, Extreme Fitness, you got the content and the message. It's a good package. So it's just a matter of connecting with the right people at the right time, and it'll definitely happen. I was lucky. Starting out doing burpees, and then I would sit. So I instantly, the burpee community helped me out, and almost in a couple weeks I had like 400 subscribers. It took a long time to get to 400 to 1,000, but once I hit that 1,000, it sort of took that critical mass and things started happening on their own. I also went to the right channels. James Gipe, great way to make contact. And there I met some great friends as well. Mayhem and Miracles, Masha. Made some great connections. And connections are more important than subscribers. It's the same thing. Someone's going to subscribe to you. It's a connection, right? Except, the thing is, a subscriber just subs, and that's the end of the story. Maybe on occasion they come back and they hit the like button or whatever, but a connection, there's an investment. You invest in them, they invest in you. Wonder Boy says, I was indeed one of those subscribers. You were indeed. Hey, Marie. Marie, how are you? Michael says, Masha is one of the first people I met on YouTube. She was one of those connections who, she has the people who visit, she has their best interests at heart. Let's see. Marie says, no co-stream today. Probably the next one. Probably the next 5-ish for me, 5:25. I needed to step away from it a bit and recompose myself. Stay on message, stay on point. But even when I do the live stream again, I'm going to do a little bit of, make some changes. I need to make sure that I am consistently putting out the stuff I want to put out. That I'm consistently putting out the message that I wish to put out on the YouTubes. I'm good. My cousin got me stuff for no reason. Sometimes that's the best reason. Poor man says, might go on a 3-mile ruck. Hey, poor man, have you tried 4-count burpees without the push-up? So you're still getting core support. You're still getting the motion in. Oricon says, I prefer when there is no co-stream. Seems to me it flows better when you are alone. Thank you. I actually think so as well. Both are fun, but yeah, this way I'm more engaged in the conversation. It's all about the conversation, actually. And we get to pivot. You know what I mean? We get to go different places. Marie says, I gave her something too. Nice. Wow, 335 subs for Marie. I'm not surprised, Marie. You put out some awesome shorts. Shorts are a great way of getting connections. Some people say you get more connections from shorts from any other means. So you put out high quality shorts, and you love to do it, very artistic. And you've been doing some more live streaming as well. 335 is awesome. Extreme Fitness says 100. Miss Flipper's got a scoot. Thanks for hanging out, Miss Flipper. I hope we can talk this week. Oricon says, also as a French, I really struggle to understand the Scottish guy. As an American, I sometimes struggle to understand the Scottish guy. Extreme Fitness says, yes, I put a short on Sunday morning breakfast. Yeah, I got you up. I see that you did, excuse me. You did a live stream yesterday. You had a Q&A a day ago. I'm going to spend some time right after the live stream. It's a nice looking breakfast. Another big thing for me, maybe this isn't for everyone, consistent content. Can you put out a post at least once a day? Toy Pups challenged me to do, I think she said 10 live streams in a day, or 10, not live streams. That would be too much for anyone. That would be a lot of yogi. That would be too much yogi, even for me. Can you put out 10 shorts a day? Was the challenge she gave me. I found that I couldn't do it, but I can consistently do 4 a day. Hey, Jamie. Jamie, what's new? Sniper says, and as an Englishman. Crushed red pepper. Grinding chilies. You know, I'm not always pleased with algorithms because I don't, Extreme Fitness, you don't always pop up for me. And I got it, I'm subscribed, I got it on all notifications, so I need to be more mindful. What I want to do is share you out as often as possible. Every time you put something up, I want to share it out. Simple says, even again, Jamie Brown. Extreme Fitness says, fresh eggy and veggie on ciabatta roll. Sounds good. Marie says, actually, 10 live streams is easy. So is 10 shorts for me anyway. I could do the 10... I could probably, if I was mindful, do the 10 shorts. But yeah, 10 live streams, because I try to do an hour live stream minimal, so that would be 10 hours for me. So what do you guys think of Jason Jesse? Riley is back. Welcome back, Riley. Extreme Fitness says, thanks, man. You know what? I mentioned this to Tandra. When you believe in someone, when you believe in their channel, and you believe in the message that they're putting out, it's easy to help, and you want to help. You want to do what you can to help someone else succeed. And at the same time, no one ever succeeds alone. Do you know? And it grows. You help Extreme Fitness, Extreme Fitness will turn around and help someone else. And then on and on and on. You got a positive message, you are making a positive YouTube experience for other people. Let's see, Marie says, I can literally post 100 videos in 1 hour. How do you go about doing that, Marie? What is your secret? Riley says, I got a high fever. It's over 140. That's pretty high. That's extremely high. You might want to go to a doctor. You might want to go to the emergency room, to be honest with you. Extreme Fitness says, will do. Let me know how I can help. I mentioned at the top of the conversation, just being here, stopping by for a moment. Every time you stop by and even leave one comment, it picks up the algorithm. Not to mention, it's a huge compliment that someone in the course of a busy day takes time, pauses for a second, hits the like button, leaves a nice comment. It's a huge gift. That's smart, Marie. I wouldn't do it now, but edit the day before, and it's save on my phone, and the next day upload it. That's really smart. Sniper says, that's 1.6 videos a minute. Well, do you edit them too? Riley says, it's that bad? Yeah, that's a big temperature. Even if you got the order mixed up, even if it's 104, that is still a pretty high temperature, and you might need to have that addressed. Marie says, I would rather upload 1,737. I love those random numbers that just come up than see a cockroach. I think I might be with you on that as well. I'm not fond of seeing mice either. I lived in a farmhouse when I was 15 or so, and it was overrun. I lived with a cousin. Overrun with mice. I would wake up with a mouse running across my chest, or pausing and looking at me in the eye, like, what are you doing in my bed? Fortunately, I got 2 cats, and they keep us mouse free, pretty much. I see them outside the house, and the thing is, I'm like perfectly fine with mice outside the house. Riley says, I went to the doctor this morning and they said it's not, but it was 104. Even 104 is pretty high. Take care of yourself. Sniper says, just checking to see if it's a random number. Let me know. Let me know what you find. So we have wood rats in the neighborhood, which are literally, naturally occurring rats that live in the woods. They belong there. And I absolutely love seeing them in the woods. What an entirely different situation it would be to see them in a house. Why is that? I don't know. My stepdaughter used to have pet rats. And they're very intelligent and very affectionate animals. But still, they're rats. They can be pretty. I like them. I like them from a distance. So our friend Aurocon says he prefers the solo live streams, not the code live streaming. What do you guys think? Aurocon says, same like a bear. It's nice to see in the forest, not in your bathroom. Absolutely. Absolutely. I had a house on the edge of the woods, Milk and I, before we separated. And it's only a block away, the house that we own, but it's on a bigger lot surrounded by woodlands. And we would wake up all kinds of stuff. there might be a snake in the house, a frog in the house, a mouse in the house. We had raccoons, squirrels. Riley says, I'm going to give everyone my girlfriend's number. Why would you do that? Marie says, I'd rather see a book with my crush on it than seeing pretend I pulled a species, pretend I put all species of bugs here. Gotcha. I got a bathroom spider right now that I leave alone. I enjoy my house spiders. Let's see. Extreme Fitness says last year the mice ate my fig tree. No, thank you. They destroy. Extreme Fitness, you said the magic words. Let's see if our friend Odom shows up. Fig trees. Odom loves his figs. We've talked about figs before. Some say it was a fig in the Garden of Eden that caused the downfall, which makes more sense than an apple. Yeah, sorry about your fig tree. Sniper says, laughing almost, Eric, 48. Almost. I had to glance back out at the number that Marie offered us, 1737. Well, thank you for those watch hours, Marie. Extreme Fitness says, I have a fitness buddy spider that works out with me in the mornings. Yeah, I thought my bathroom spider might be gone for the season. He disappeared for a number of days, but now he's back. Nice to have him back. So that would be classified act as a breach in the YouTube and Data Protection Act, Riley Franklin. Thank you, Sniper. Yeah, Riley, we got to be careful about that. Because you might want to do that like as an act towards your girlfriend, but it also affects the channel. Hey, Mercy, how are you? Michael says, I'm back. Sorry for lurking. I was putting up a Christmas tree. That's okay. Yeah, but if anyone is on Facebook and they want to look me up, we get Marie's face every time I hear the word spider. Sniper says spiders hate me. I'm trying to reestablish a spiritual pact that I had with mosquitoes. I made a pact years ago that I would not bother them if they didn't bother me. That even if they came by and buzzed around my head, I wouldn't swat at them. If they landed on me, I wouldn't squash them. But as long as they didn't bite me, we were cool. And it worked. For several years, I never got a mosquito bite. And then a neighbor, her and I were outside my house talking, and she saw a mosquito land on me, and she reached over and smacked it and killed it right on me. And she's like, you're welcome. I was like, you broke my pact. Now all bets are off. Who knows what's going to happen? They might swear a vendetta against me. I'm an open target. And since then, they don't bite as often, but they still bite. I'm trying to reestablish that pack, to mend the fences, to reach out. I might need to make an offering. Maybe Sniper can help me with this. What kind of offering should I make? Does it have to be a blood offering? Sniper says they run away a moment to see me and my energy. Marie says, I killed a spider almost as big as me last night. Wow, it's a big spider. I do my best not to kill anything. Michael says, I don't kill spiders except for the brown recluse because they could harm cause harm to my cat and my dog, Luca. Luki and Luca. Riley says, Squirrel, what is this, Facebook? Just Eric McCarty. You'll recognize me. Orakan says, in India, when you meditate or do yoga, you need to let yourself be bitten by mosquitoes. Feed them with compassion and self-control. That was my approach. And it all ended when my neighbor squashed the mosquito on me. Thank you, Sniper. Extreme Fitness says, have a great afternoon, friends. Thanks for all the inspiration. Please subscribe to Extreme Fitness Junkies. Definitely please subscribe. If you have a blue wrench, it is because so you can connect and you can help each other out. Speaking of that, there's no reason why we don't have our friend Orakan as a blue wrench. So yes, please subscribe to our friend Extreme Fitness Junkies. And have a good afternoon too. We got some love from Marie. Well, there he is. Riley Franklin just sent me a friend's request. Speaking of Facebook, by the way, our good friend, Brian Lane, his mother's been in the hospital. If you guys can send some prayers out to one second. Send some prayers out to Brian and his mom, please. His family. So what do you think? Once more, I'm going to ask you guys. Code live streaming or just me? Orakan says that he thinks it flows better. Just me. Michael says I'm allergic to mosquitoes. I swallow like the Dickens when I get bit. You know what? I've developed an allergy towards bee stings. I never used to have it. I would get, Riley says, add you on Facebook. I saw, as soon as we're done the live stream, I'll be over there and connect. Thanks for reaching out. Appreciate it. When I did, when I started ultra running, my very first 50K, I was stung by ground bees 9 times. And then a couple races later, I was stung again 4 or 5 times. And through the years in ultra running, problem was I wasn't fast enough. I'm not super slow, middle of the pack. But the fast people they would start. We live in an area where there's lots of ground bees, wasps, and they'll sting you over and over again. So the really fast runners, they run through and they stir them all up. And then the middle of the pack gets there right when they're angry and they're upset, and you get stung. And I kept getting stung, and every time I got stung, it started getting worse and worse. It started swelling up, and eventually it got to the point where I was afraid I was having a really bad allergic reaction. So I started bringing Benadryl with me. Only needed to use it once or twice, but it can be a little scary when you have those kind of reactions. Let's see. Marie says I like co-streams more, actually. Solo streams get me going crazy. What do you mean they get you going crazy? Is this because you like Stuart the Fish Whisperer more than me? Does this mean that you prefer Stuart the Fish Whisperer over me? Sampa says my mother is doing well and having a microsurgery tomorrow. Hopefully out of hospital end of the week. 2 weeks will be enough to get over just alone, let alone the surgery. Gotcha. Hey, Sniper, prayers for your mom, my friend. Even a microsurgery, when it's a loved one, you know, back of the mind, there's always that worry. You know what I mean? Malco says, I think maybe just like one guest occasionally would be fine, but when you have multiple ones, the chat gets crazy. Yeah, it can, and I lose touch with it. I feel like I'm not as involved with the chat as when we get a chance to just talk like this. This evening, though, I'm going to go ahead and do the code live stream. Let's see. Lala says, Benadryl makes you sleepy. It does make you sleepy. Let's see. Marie says, nah. You are the owner of the stream. Obviously, I like you more, but his beard is more big anyway. Solo streams make me go crazy due to quietness or something. Gotcha. But I'm working on that beard. I'll post on my community page. Young Yogi with a huge beard. There was more beard than there was Yogi back in the day. Semper says the microsurgery was for something else they found on Friday, separate from the failed kidney, due to overprescribed medication by a previous doctor. Wow. How is she making out overall? Marie says, your beard will get there soon. If I have the patience for it. Generally, I just keep the goatee. And I let the goatee go to various lengths. But hey, when you're hanging out with the big dogs, when you're going toe-to-toe with Stuart the Fish Whisperer, you need to grow out that beard. Riley says, I hate bees. And Riley says, Squirrel Sniper, I'm praying for your mom. Thank you, Riley. So we'll bring the co-stream back up for the evening. We'll see if anyone swings by. Marie says, I literally hate bees too. I got stung by one when I was 4. Yeah, that can leave a traumatic effect on us. Marie says, I should pray for your mom, Sniper. Thank you, Marie. I was doing a 50K race not far from the Appalachian Trail. It's actually in the Catoctin Mountains where Camp David is, where the president goes and retreats. And it's an extremely rocky. It's in July. It's always hot. high 90s, sometimes 100. Hey, Roxanne Wolf, how are you? And there was a rattlesnake in the middle of the trail, rattling away. And the leader of the race, he was about to, it was an out and back race, and we were still going out. He was on his way back. And we were sitting in front of the snake, wanting the best way to get around it. And the lead runner, the winner of the race, literally just brushed right by us, leaped over the snake, and kept on going, which just made the snake really angry. And he looked at us, and we decided, you know what? We're just going to sit here. We're not going to win the race anyway. So we're just going to sit here and let the snake do whatever the snake wanted. Eventually, it calmed down and slithered away. I've seen bears in races, porcupine in races, otters, beavers, snakes. Roxanne says, I'm good. I'm happy to hear that. Oricon says, maybe it's best if you do some streams alone and some crow streams so everyone is happy. I think that's the plan, Oricon. Thank you, Mercy. Mercy says, Eric, good evening. Good evening. Good evening to you, my friend. How are you? Mercy says hello to everyone. I don't want to forget to connect to Riley when I get the opportunity. We're going to be shutting things down for the afternoon in just a little bit. Mercy says, I think I'm okay, Eric. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Let's see. Marie says, hello, Mercy. I hope you get to 10K before because I use my other accounts to get you to 10K. Awesome. Riley says, I love snakes. I like snakes from a distance. I don't mind rattlesnakes because they're generally courteous. You know what I mean? They'll give you a rattle. Let you know, hey, I'm here. I'm a rattlesnake. I'm poisonous. I don't want to bite you. But you got to give me some space. But here in my immediate area, we have copperheads. Copperheads have no courtesy. Poor man says, Yogi, have you seen Jesse's deck of cards pull-up sessions? I have. And the other day he did a deck of card chin-up session, which was pretty awesome. I can't imagine doing that many chin-ups. My biceps would explode. So great seeing him and Jace trading reps. Mercy says to Marie, thank you. Who says you're welcome very much. You're welcome, Mercy. Poor man says chin-ups, yes. Riley says I did 50 pull-ups. Wow, nice. My best ever non-stop pull-ups was 37 reps in a row. Recently I hit 13. A couple weeks ago. When I started doing my kettlebells again, my reps went down because my grip is shot. Oricon says, I also have to go. It is already night where I live. I wish you good endeavors in your practice. See you soon, my yogi friend. See you, my friend. Thank you for hanging out. It's very much appreciated. Poor man says it takes me a few hours to get through the deck. It's about 400. He adds extra 10 cards. Crazy. Yeah, you mentioned your ribs, Riley. yesterday. I think that my ribs, that could do it. Hey, Jacob. Hey, Songhill. Thank you guys for coming in. I used to do a different style of deck of card workouts where every suit was a different exercise, and then you would do the whatever rep that you pulled. So you might have squats, lunges, burpees, push-ups. Get some love from Marie. Excuse me, guys. Jacob's waving at Sniper. So in about 2 minutes, we'll wrap things up. Thank you guys for putting up with me solo. Very much appreciated. I know a lot of you were expecting the code live stream, so I apologize. I'll probably alternate, you know. We got some Jacob love. Thank you, Jacob. It was amazing hearing both Jacob and Jesse say they were, well, I knew Jace was new to burpees. I didn't realize that Jesse was so new to burpees. Riley says, Squirrel Sniper, do you have Facebook? Thank you, Mercy. Colby says, Jacob says, I will definitely come back at 5 or 5:30. Tip the thumbs fully. I know I'm kind of late now. That's okay. I appreciate it when you do show up, Jacob. Janice or Marie says, when this live ends, I'll do a co-stream on my channel. Nice. Songo says that man was ripped. He is, and he's big. He's got some serious size to him. We got some more Jacob love. We got some love for Mercy. Thank you. All right, guys. So I'm going to wrap things up. Marie, is it going to be on this channel? I'm going to be making something to eat, but I do want to stop by and say hi to Marie. Yes, this channel. Awesome. Mercy says, Mercy, thank you. Now we are friends. Nice, guys. Glad you connected. Hey, Mercy, Marie, Jenna So Old is going to do a live stream in just a few minutes. Marie says, you're welcome, Mercy. Mr. Burpee Supporter says, I know, I'm hungry. Been supporting all morning. Plus, you got some reps in today, too, I saw, with a vest. Thank you, Mercy. All right. Marie's going live right now, and we're going to shut things down. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Again, I know it's just me, but I appreciate it quite a bit. And I appreciate just being able to talk. Jacob says, yes, 600 squats. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I am just now adding body weight squats in after almost a year of not being able to do them because it aggravated a back injury. The kettlebells are really clearing issues up for me quite a bit, surprisingly so. Jacob says, much love and respect, brother Mr. Yogi. You too, Jacob. Thank you so much. Guys, I'll see you all later. Jacob says, I didn't do no burpees today. Yeah, but 600 squats. 600 squats with a vest is no joke. Sniper says, Riley Franklin, Squirrel Sniper isn't on Facebook. Facebook cannot contain the essence of Squirrel Sniper. He is too large, too vast. Jacob says, don't let us hold you back, Mr. Yogi. All right. Thanks, guys. I'm going to see everyone later. Take care.